What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kelly B. I'm back with another video, y'all. Yes, and make sure you go check out my YouTube channel. I do travels, I do installations in the garage, and we just bring people together to have a good time. But a company reached out to me called Insta360. They reached out to me and sent me 2 cameras over that I want to show you all, that I think you will be beneficial from these cameras right here, especially the Insta360 X5. I think the Insta360 X5 is the best camera on the market, y'all. I'm gonna tell you why I feel like that's the best camera on the market. This camera here, let me show it to you all. You know me, I'm new to the Insta360 game, but this camera here catches all angles right here. You can record in 8K, 4K, and it has both cameras on each side right here. I think that would be really nice right here to have. And one thing about this camera right here, you can Bluetooth to this camera. You know, you can be riding and you miss a lot of footage. I wished I had one of these a while back, because I have seen some beautiful places, being up in Colorado, Twisted in Texas, down in the hill country. You can catch all the scenery. You can go in your editing and get all that you need out of that. You can find out what you missed by just watching your video and editing through your video and strolling through it. But I think this is the best thing for your money right here. And one thing I like about this too as well, I like to go raw footage when I record. I like to hook my mic up in my my cameras that I use now. I like to hook that mic up because I like to hear the wind, the noise, the bike. I don't know how much wind noise this would catch if you Bluetooth your Cardo to this right here. You can also Bluetooth that to this right here and get your footage that way. But me, they also have a mic also that you can actually purchase too as well when you're doing recording as well with this. But I think this is probably the beast on the market right now. Everybody want to get this camera. I think if you're starting a YouTube channel, this would be the best option right here. This is the Instant Ace Pro 2 camera right here. I like this camera, y'all. This camera comes with an extra battery. I already have a battery on the inside. It comes with, let me put this down for a second. It comes with the chin mount in the case as well, right here. So you can put it right up under here. You see, I hadn't did anything with the camera. I still got everything on top of here. But you just make sure you click this in right on here so that you know it won't pop off. So you definitely have to do that. And right here, it has a little, another little deal here for wind protection. So when you're just walking out, you won't catch much wind. But one thing I like about this camera too as well, it does have where you got different filters right here for this camera right here. So if it's too bright outside, you just pull out one of these filters right here and put it on, and so that you won't, when you get ready to edit, you won't have so many bright spots on you. I'm gonna tell you the main thing I like about this. So if you put it on your GoPro stick and you just want to walk around with the camera like I do when I get to certain events, you can pop this right here, and when you're video and talking to folks, you can get both of you all in the picture, and you can make sure without just looking at the little screen like you normally do on the other competition. What's going on, everybody? Today, y'all, we will be testing out 2 cameras that was sent to me by Insta360. We're checking out the Ace Pro 2, and we are checking out the Insta360 X5. These are my first time ever using these cameras. I never used these cameras at all. I never tried Insta360 in no shape, form, or fashion. I just haven't, cause one thing, when the other cameras came out, it was a big thing, and I just went with what everybody else had. So, but they was nice enough to send me these 2 cameras out. They reached out to me, and I'm here to give an honest review over this. I want to check my audio, my wide view, and everything that's on this camera that they have going on here.
I never use the 360, so I don't even know if I have it in 360 mode, because you can put it in flat mode, I think they call it standard mode, or you can put it in the the 360 mode. But right now, man, we are just out checking out both of these cameras. I'm gonna tell you, I do like some of the stuff that's on these cameras, especially the Ace Pro 2, because that's kind of what I'm used to using, because I use the other two cameras. But one thing about this camera, it flips up in the back with the screen, and it also have you can change so many different lenses. They sent me so much stuff in the boxes it's crazy, man. I looked in the box till I was kind of overwhelmed with stuff that they have. But yeah, we are actually finna give these boys a test right now. I'm on Kong, and I'm gonna tell you one thing about it, man. They are running a special right now on the Insta X5, so it's $100 off. So make sure you go to the website and check that out. Get my review. I know some of you are already using this camera already. This is new to me, but I know a lot of you all are using this camera already, and you're getting great views. I would have loved to have this camera when I was in Colorado, because you miss so much. Because you cannot, when you're on Pikes Peak, you cannot be just looking over like that, because you might do a little split second. I tried it and it didn't work. But having this camera, the X5, is the best camera out there on the market, I think, right now, because it's going to catch stuff that you can't see. So it's going to catch that stuff. Because I know I missed a lot when I was in Colorado and in the hill country. You just miss so much by just turning your camera. If y'all been following me, I have camera on here where I turn it and all that kind of stuff. But with this, I don't have to do anything. It's just up there. It's just when you get in the editing process of the camera, it's when you start really learning the camera with the editing and stuff like that. And I know that's going to be something challenging and new for me to learn. The Ace Pro 2 as well. You can film in 8K with 120 megapixels. I think that's right. You can film in that, but I like to film in 4K 30 or 4K 60. I would like to film off in there, and they do have that in the camera. And so as for the Insta X5, you just catch so much with this camera right here. When I ride, they can't see me. They see my top end, but they never actually just see me on the bike. You know what I'm saying? Riding. And with this camera and with my Insta360 stick, I'm gonna have to find a place to put it on the bike so that we can catch great views with this camera. I think it's gonna be a great addition to the channel, and I appreciate Insta360 for sending this out to me. Yeah, man. And one thing I like, you can go in there and there's so many different settings in here to where you can get the wide view. I would love the wide view, because I like to catch everything. And one thing about it, this camera is great at night. It's awesome at night. So you can see, you can still see stuff and still get you can see everything in the background really clear. So that's another plus right there with using these Insta360 cameras, because they catch a lot when you're in the dark, and I like that right there. So yeah, man, I'm just out for a ride to just check these cameras out, and I really can't give a full honest review, because until I really sit down and edit and see what I like or what I don't like. But what I've reviewed on my own, these are some great cameras, and I think they'll work. The quality of the picture is awesome on here. So I will definitely be doing that as well. And I'm like I say, I'm new at this game right here, and I'm learning as I go with this camera right here. What's going on, y'all? Well, we're back from the ride, and y'all, these cameras are amazing. Both of these cameras that I have right here are amazing cameras. I really like the quality of these cameras.
what they both have to offer. This one here, I went into editing. I really couldn't give a good review until I rode the bike and actually seeing the different views and angles when I got ready to edit. Man, the editing process, I thought it was going to be really hard, but it's very easy. All you got to do is go into Google, download the Insta360 Studio. After you download that and get it all set up, then you can import all your video footage into there. So I just pull my SD card out of here and connect it to the put it in my SD slot here, and I went from there, and the quality was off the chart. I love the way you can actually do the editing in here, but I actually like the way when you go into, you download it, you can still move it around in the editing in the 360 app. But like I say, you can do it right here too as well, but I'd rather do it here on the bigger screen. So only thing, after I get through framing it and tagging it, and I just drag it over to my download onto my laptop. So I just download that, and then I drag it into iMovie. So that's what I got going on, and I really like these two cameras. Make sure you get this cover right here to go over, because when you get done with this camera, you want to actually protect this right here. The angles, y'all, is off the chain on this thing. I mean, this camera here, if you can tell in the video, you can see the wide view on the camera, and it's showing so much right in it. And right here, I went ahead and ordered this right here, this mic adapter here. So let me pull this closer. See, you just clip it on here. You got to remove your existing door that was on here and put this on here so you can hardwire your mic in. You know, I like my mic to be hardwired in. So and the audio, if you can tell, the audio is way clearer, and you don't hear all that wind like you would hear when I'm using my other cameras. This camera is a go, man. Both of these cameras are a go. I thought it was going to be very hard. I'm not going to even lie, for a first time user like me, I thought this was going to be hard, but it wasn't. It was very easy to get in here. And this here, you just pull the SD card out. If you're not in 360 mode, just pull the SD card out, put it into your slot here, and go to and download it, and it goes right to your files and your download files, and you can just do it like you normally do your other cameras and stuff like that. But the Insta360 X5, you definitely have to use the Insta360 Studio. Go to Google, download that, and download your footage. As soon as I downloaded and set it up with my Insta360, everything was easy, y'all. Easy. My daughter is here, and she used to edit all my video before she went off to college, and now that I'm here doing it, and I'm grateful, man. I want to thank Insta360 for sending this out, man. I really appreciate you all. Thank you, Insta360, for trusting me to do this video for you all. Make sure you go over to Insta360. I put a link down on the screen, and you go over there. They got a great Christmas deal going on right now, $100 off your purchase. So go over there and check that out. And I think this camera here is the best bang for your buck. So you go to your Cardo to this camera, you can do all of that with this. But I like the raw footage that I get from my audio over here, but I don't know how the audio really gonna be. I have seen videos where people X4 and the X5, the lens right here, you couldn't replace them, but here they have a replacement kit that you can get and change those lenses out. And this is the replacement kit right here. So you can also do that if you have any, if you wish, if you happen to bust one of these up, so you won't have to replace the whole camera. You just get that fixed. I have a protected screen right now over this right here. So I always keep a protected screen over that. I do it on all my cameras because I don't want to have that mishap with a rock or something hit it when you're riding down the road. and crack that. It would crack that other glass first, because it's been a proven fact for me, because I have cracked so many glasses, replacement glasses to my other cameras, and it didn't mess with the other screen at all. So make sure you do that. But yeah, and get this replacement kit too as well. And like I say, these cameras are definitely a go for me. So I just want to give you this short review on this, because you know I can't do my video like everybody else's videos. You know, I'm a raw footage guy. So, but I think this the best bang for your bucks. If you just starting a YouTube channel, I think this the best bang for your buck right here, because if you don't want to be buying a mic, you want to use you just want to use it to get great footage. But if you need to Bluetooth something if you're gonna ride, or you're gonna get a lot of wind. So unless you cool with that, but get you something to go in your helmet. And I think you can also turn this camera sideways. They have mounts where you can turn this camera sideways. You can see it clips right in right here. I can actually clip it onto this that's on this helmet right here, so as well. So yeah, that's my review, y'all, on these two cameras, and I think they're great cameras. The views, the picture quality is unmatched, and the audio quality, I gotta say it again, it's unmatched. So make sure that you go check out these cameras, y'all. And we're gonna end the video right here, y'all. Until the next time, the next grind, y'all stay safe, happy holidays, and make sure you go check out Insta360 website, get that $100 off, and get this camera for yourself or your significant other. I'm out. Peace.